Fulton 3S'ing this top drawer for packaging equipment. Much better, looking good. Picking up some garbage in my 15-minute 3S, and I noticed this plasma cutting area. So I removed everything that's not needed, all these old broken tips, made some Kanban cards for the consumables, found this circle cutting jig, and made a standard spot for it. Sandy was having an issue with her computer speakers, but what the heck wire is it? So she cleaned them all up and labeled them. Awesome. We just did some brake work on this truck, and Stu noticed that it's all wet. So instead of just leaving that, he cleaned it off so then we can see if there's any actual problem here. Nice. Fulcher tidying up all these wires. Looking great. Fulton noticed right where the chainsaws are. You're also asking yourself the question, okay, where's the log tape? Where's the log paint? And they're not all in the same spot. So he put them all together, and then he's going to add a label on that when it's a bit warmer. Aaron adding a new key to his Stream Deck for supply estimates. One key and pre-written email goes perfectly. Standardized each time. Nicely done. Noticed these keys were dirty on the spray booth, so I thought I'd clean them. And now that we're into winter, I noticed that we also need to start turning off the heaters before we turn on the makeup air unit burner. So I've made a card that says this with a QR code with a video on how to turn the heaters off. And you actually have to lift up this card to start or stop the spray booth. So hopefully that makes it a bit mistake-proof that people make sure that's done first. Fulcher improving the belt storage instead of just random belts sitting up there on the top. Now we know where each one is and what they're for. Aaron had a bright idea on this forklift. It does actually have lights now that it's getting darker in the morning. So he just labeled where the lights are. Nice. Fulton 3S'ing the top of this drawer. Just a lot of stuff going on in there. There we go. A lot nicer looking. Brian noticed the lumber wasn't rolling smoothly down this, so he just put some blocks underneath to shim it up to eliminate any struggle. Nice job. Fulcher raising the compressor up so it's easier to get to the drain plug. Yardley noticed that our plywood spot always gets blown over and there's just stuff all over the place. And it's also just sitting right on the ground. So he made a great new plywood storage out front there, nice and clean, off the ground, and we can move the whole thing with a forklift if we need to. Nice job. Luke repurposed this old shelving unit for hardware for upcoming jobs. So whenever I go get hardware, usually it's just put somewhere random in the shop and no one knows. So now we can actually have a shelf for each section of hardware. Or for like the last job, for example, it took up that whole shelf, but at least that way we knew where it was. Dave and a few others, it sounds like, 3S'd our supply shelf in the Sawmill C-Can, cleaned it off, removed everything that we don't need. There was a bunch of stuff we weren't using, and just got it looking premium again. Nice job. Awesome job on the improvements, everybody. Sorry I didn't share them all. They were all really great. We had over 40 improvement videos just this week. So please go into the Slack channel and watch them. They were all awesome. You guys are doing amazing. And during the week there, we had a little mistake, but smile when you have a mistake. We cut a board too short because we didn't abbreviate feet and inches. So I went ahead and changed our paperwork to have it all say inches. So that will never happen again. And luckily it was a fairly small thing that happened, but at least we'll have that dialed in. So let's keep on going. Great job, everyone. Let's keep it up.